Hello, today I'm going to show you all the ways that I know how to schedule a Microsoft Teams meeting. We're going to jump right in and we'll start with the most intuitive way, I think, which is through the Teams calendar. So open up your Teams application or in a web browser, click on the calendar tab and simply choose a time slot or click and drag and choose the span, and that will open up the dialog to create a new meeting. Nothing fancy here. If you've ever created a meeting in Outlook before, it's pretty much the exact same process. Add your required attendees. If you want optional attendees, you can pop out the additional dialog for that. I will cancel that one. If you use Outlook on the web, open up your calendar, almost the same experience with the calendar here. Click and drag a span. Small thing to make it a Teams meeting is you have to click more options, which will expand the dialog, and you toggle this to a Teams meeting and save, and people will get a invite as per usual. If you use the desktop version of Outlook, there's nothing wrong with that because I do that. Similar experience, but instead of the toggle, there is a Teams button. And what that does is adds the Teams details to the meeting invite. And yeah, normal process otherwise. The other thing to look out for in Teams is the Meet Now button. So this appears in a few different screens. You can do it in the calendar and just start a meeting. If you're in a channel, you can click there and start a meeting. If you're in a chat, you can instantly start a video call. Also in a chat, which is a feature I kind of like if you want to have a breakout or a further dialogue with the person you're chatting with or the group, you click this little calendar with the plus symbol and it will start a meeting, a new meeting dialogue, and it'll pre-populate the guests for you, which is pretty handy. Now, the other way to schedule a meeting is to make it a channel meeting. So all that does, it's just a regular meeting, but it ties it to a channel. So for example, we're here in the staff karaoke night channel. And you can see here that the admin user, which is me right now, scheduled a meeting for, I guess, karaoke at 4:30 p.m., which is 3 minutes away, in a weird time to do karaoke. You can schedule a meeting as a channel meeting, and I'll show you how to do that. And that was one of the benefits there, is that it shows up as a post. So when you come into this channel, you can see that there is a meeting ready to join. So to do that, up in the corner there, drop down schedule meeting, add a title. If you do it through the channel, it'll already have the channel pre-populated here for you. You can also do it through the calendar. It just means you have to add the channel manually. Not a big deal. And this, as I said before, this is what the channel meeting looks like in the posts, and they're very simple to join. You just click on them and say join. So these are very handy for daily meetings, weekly meetings, and people that are part of the channel. If they have access to the channel, they have access to the meeting, so they don't need to be added as a attendee. They don't need to be explicitly added. They can join the meeting whether you like it or not, if they're a part of that team. Small caveat, if you don't add them as an attendee on this screen, they will not get an email invitation. And if they don't get an email invitation, that means they don't get the event added to their calendar. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. So even though they can join the meeting and it's simple, people still like having stuff in their calendars. They like to be invited to things. So it's probably good etiquette to send out an invitation. Another small caveat, if there's guests of your team for this channel meeting, they will get an email invitation regardless. They get a bit of special treatment there. Couple more caveats for this. If it's a private channel, you can't schedule a channel meeting. It's just not an option right now. It's because private channels are actually a team. It's a team nested in a team. You don't really need to know that, but that's the reason why you can't do that. And a cool thing about channel meetings, you can add this. You can add a calendar, channel calendar tab, which is this one here. And this tab you can easily go to see all of the channel meetings associated with that channel. So if you have a lot of daily meetings or weekly meetings, you can easily open up that dialog and just see them all in one view. I believe that's it. Thanks for watching, and happy Teamsing.